All right, I'm hitting record now. And yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to our Fitness Heroes and Heroines Defying the Odds team call. It is Wednesday. What date is it? The 13th. It's April 13th, 2016. What's up, guys? And just a few announcements. You know, we are ranked 542 as a team out of 450,000 coaches.
Wow.
Right? And if you do the math on that, that's like 0.001%. Yeah. If you think there's a lot of coaches in this network, guess again, because out of the 450,000, not a lot of coaches are working it. So you guys are the outliers. And so continue doing the good job. And yeah, this Coach Blitz that we have coming up is going to rock your world. Julia and I have been talking about it. So Julia, if you want, take it away, do your share screen, whatever, let us know.
Okay, I wish you wouldn't have deleted the page.
Ooh, yes, right. Do you have?
That's what I'm going to show you guys tonight. So
what about your Google Doc or your Word document?
it's not on a Google Doc. It's on this.
Oh.
But what about yours? Can we see yours?
Yeah, of course. We can definitely. I can open it up, and you guys can see my. I'm gonna do a share screen right now. Let's do that. Okay. Do you want to? I mean, the format's pretty much. If you didn't change anything except for the few.
Let me explain it. You want me to explain it real quick?
Yeah.
So basically, what you do is, it's like the day before the Blitz happens is when you open up your group.
Lay down, go down.
So you don't open up the group until, and then you're like doing a little bit of welcoming, blah, blah, blah. But then it starts at 9 o'clock sharp. And then what happens is every 5 minutes, she posts something about, and that's what we're going to look at with this. She posts a post every single like nobody else can post in the group but the person hosting. And then you can add other hosts if you want. But the only person that's allowed to post in that group is the person that's hosting it. And then what happens is everybody has to comment below in order for them to participate. So all the comments start coming in. So it says, what is a Coach Blitz? It's where it takes place in a closed Facebook group, because people ask me what that is. So I just sent this to them. I'll post about the coaching opportunity every 5 minutes for 1 hour beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'll highlight success stories, the compensation plan, and many other questions people have about coaching. It moves fast, and it does. It's really exciting.
Ooh.
My team will vouch that the last team Blitz we had was one of the most exhilarating experiences ever, and it really was. We took our kids to the movies, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I was really like hooked. And then like Jonathan's got here, she gave us these little snippets to copy and paste and give to people. Now remember, the one thing I want people to see is, I don't know if you guys know this, but you know how it says smile emoticon? You gotta make sure you see that and you don't put that in the message.
Because then they know it's copy and paste. Smile emoticon.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah, so that's a good point to remember. And then you actually give them the link. So anybody that you're going to add, and do not add someone if they did not give you permission. Because you know how, I don't know if you guys are, but I'm getting added to a bunch of junk. Mm-hmm. And I don't like it. I honestly don't like it.
Rude.
Yeah, so what happens is please do not add people to this group unless they gave you permission to add them. One thing I did different this time than I did before is I did the live thing. And what I did was, this is the prize. So I basically shared why I liked it, what the value of it is. It's a $20 value. And then, talked about her tips and tricks and all that stuff. So I gave the value of the prize. And then people were like, well, can I come in just to have to be part of the drawing? Hey, you know what? Maybe there'll be a coach. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Adam. So then this is the part where she's saying, hey, everyone, we have had a Blitz group. The most people, yeah. So then you just kind of make this your personal. That's what I did with mine. And I got to learn this Google Doc thing, Jonathan. And all her videos that she had in here, I had to make one video, and it was the intro video.
Let's scroll into that right here. Remember, every post is around 5 minutes. Like, yep. In duration. Space.
Yeah, and there's some of them that just have pictures and a comment. So then it might be a little bit longer, or the videos might be a little bit long, but it really does work. There was one time where I was like still watching a video and then she posted, but it catches up. You'll see that you catch up really quickly because of so it's like bam, 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 every 5 minutes. It's amazing. You guys are really going to love this.
Bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. So one thing I loved is I've been getting to know Kim really well, so I kept her video in there. Some of the stuff in here was very good. Like this did you watch that, Jonathan?
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna leave that there. I don't know who they are, but hey, if they're gonna join my Blitz, they're probably gonna ask me the question and not these coaches. So I mean, and if they're coaches with integrity, they'll be like, oh, let's push them back to this coach, right? Something like that.
Yeah. So okay, basically what it is like this guy's like, oh, what are you drinking there? And the wife is like, what are you drinking there, honey? And he's like, well, I'm drinking this LaCroix. And I don't even know if that's how you say it, but anyway. And she goes, well, how did you hear about that? And he goes, well, my friend Jenny referred it to me. And then I went out and bought it. And she goes, well, I wonder if she gets a kickback from that. So they did like shoes. They did different examples of that. And it was so good because that is a good way for us to show people that you get a kickback from just referring something to someone.
Yeah.
So that was really good. And then the one way we earn money, that was just the Beachbody link for that.
Yeah, and this video is like around 6 minutes and a half. So that's what Julie was talking about, because then we place this post and then people can catch up and she can drink her LaCroix.
Yeah, right? So I remade this 10 signs you're ready to be a coach because some of it was, but if you don't like the wording in some of it too, you guys can change it as well. I know it's hard to read in here, but it should be fine in the group. I guess we probably should check that, Jonathan.
Oh, no, I see it perfectly, I guess. It's maybe it's the share screen is not working right.
The share screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just some witty reasons why why you should be a coach. Like you get to eat breakfast and it's a personal victory every time you get in all of your water for the day. Good news, you're a normal human being and so are coaches. Something witty like that. I'm just like, oh, okay, this is a new perspective. Let's give this a shot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It was I really liked it a lot. And I got a lot of good feedback, guys, from all the people. Hey, Hard Body Harmon. Who is that? Is that Noelle?
No, yeah, congrats, Noelle. You're off the wait list. We'll see you at Summit.
Yay! I'm so excited. I can't wait to meet you.
Excited.
Yay.
Okay, sorry we're late.
It's okay. So what I guess you guys can look at this on your own, but what are the questions that you guys have for me or Jonathan about, because I want to answer your questions more than.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
Did you keep Kathy Reuters? I know she's on our big team. Kathy Reuters video?
Yeah, I did.
And what about this Becky Brosette video?
Yes, I kept hers too.
Yeah, I kept them too. They're the Diesel sisters, and you know what? I think Candace hit it on the nail on the head today. You can share other coaches' stories and be like, hey, I'm not there yet, but I'm aspiring to be like them. So if you don't have a story yet, especially if it's like compensation-wise, share Bob Lucido's. This 20-year lawyer quit.
Yeah, that's what she said today.
Yeah.
Yes, share everybody else's story because, hey, they're going to probably kick it back to you. I don't know about you, but I definitely go to the person that I know personally to ask them about stuff,
Yeah, and we can say we know them because we do work with them. I mean, if we're in a big company together, right? But we do work with these people, and we can say that we do, know them. Maybe not personally, but we don't even have to say that. You know what I mean? We can say, hey, check out my fellow coach. This is what they've been through. This is what they've shared with me, whatever, because they have shared it with you. So there's just many ways that you can, to do it. So
Done that with Anita Myron and Danielle Notoni. I've shared their stories before. I'm like, hey, this is my teammate.
Yeah.
In a sense.
They are.
Yeah, and you know what? People are attracted. Didn't she talk about that too? Is about people are attracted to the excitement that you have. Like one lady on just the live thing that I just did right before the call, she's like, oh my gosh, I wish I had your energy. And she's younger than me. So, I want to attract people that want that energy. And that's what she was talking about earlier, that if I'm Bob Lucido's friend, if he's like my upline, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to do the actions that he's doing to get where he's gotten. So you want to attract yourself to people like that, right? You know, what does it say? Birds of a feather flock together.
And your
You
vibe
know?
is what you tried.
Yeah. So I want to flock with all y'all, you know, and Bob and yeah, bunch of birds.
Yeah,
So-
I think one thing Fit and Funky kind of taught me was you have to make people crave you on social media. And she's so right. You have to make people say, hey, what is Danielle up to today? Let me go check her post. You can't.
Yeah.
So true, though.
Yeah. You want to be approachable. You want to be attractive, you know, in that way.
Okay. So for tomorrow's Blitz, you're hosting that one, correct? And so no, and then just let us know honestly what you want to do, because you were saying like each of us should hold our own.
I'd like to watch one first.
I think
I'm so confused.
I think you guys could experience a Blitz first, because this is, for me, I was very skeptical at first because I was like, how the heck are you going to give all that in an hour and then post every 5 minutes? What are you talking about? So, and then she's like, da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, once I felt that and felt, it's like being a Beachbody coach. Oh, be a Beachbody coach. Well, how do we know unless we go to live events how it feels, right? Mm-hmm. We feel the excitement. We feel all of that greatness that comes out of it. With a live event, I can sit here and tell you until I'm blue in the face that Beachbody coaching saved my life, you know, changed my life, right? But until they get part of it and see the energy and see all that stuff, that's what this does. And I think if you guys all participate tomorrow night, you'll see and feel it. And if this is right for you, it's right for you. You may not like it. You may want to stick to the boring webinars. Just kidding.
Okay.
Well, who did you invite, Julia? Like, that's what I'm confused about. You, because you said don't just add people. So who did you invite?
Well, I know when you do an event, it always saves the people that you invited before, like prior. Mm-hmm. So what I've been doing is keeping a list of people that didn't want anything. And then I've been kind of skeptical on doing that as well, because people can change their mind. You know, no is just meaning not right now, right? So what I've done is I think what I'm going to do next time to be better at it is on my fitness page, I'm going to do an event as well, the same event. And then I'm going to be able to add more people, you know, to the actual event. So I'm going to have 1,000 people invited versus only 500. So what I do is I click through, and then when you make your little categories, I don't know if you guys are doing that or not, but if you on Facebook make categories like people I just added or potential coaches, I don't know if you guys do that or not.
Yeah, I have Dream Team and yeah.
Well, I love doing that because what it does is it keeps it all separate for you, and then all you got to do is you can click on that and select all those people. So if you have like, you know, like I have a category for just people that I added, and then I've got one for people that have added me.
Or even potential coaches or whatever. Yeah.
Because when I go on Facebook, if I don't want to look at the news feed and I don't want to deal with all that stuff because I can get distracted, I can just click on that little, you know, on those potential people there and click on that, and then it just shows those specific people. So then I'm able to, you know, gauge into them and zone in on them and go, okay, these guys are potential coaches, and these are the people that I want to show that I'm genuinely, you know, really caring about them. Instead of going, hey, will you be a coach?
How do you do that? I didn't know you could do that.
Let me show you. Can I share my screen, Jonathan?
Let me see if I can make you a host, and then you can do more.
Holiday taught me how to do that, actually.
Oh, wait. There you are. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. What? See that? Yay, I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, if you go to interests, see that right there, and you go to more, you can click here, like see it says Julia's coaches, and then these are all my coaches. And then what I do is I just comment and like each individual person's coach. Now how to do that is you go down to interests and you go to more, and then you see how it says add interests. If I click that, I can create a list. So let's say people I have added. You go to create list, and then what you do is you go to your friends or following. It just depends. Like, I don't go to my following because those are the people that I follow that are coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go to friends, then I can click all these people,
Awesome.
as many as you want.
Okay.
I'm going to unclick them.
And so then when you go to invite, I mean, you can go to that interest and invite specifically them.
Yes. And then what I'll show you real quick how that does that real quick. I thought I had, hold on. Well, now it's not. Okay, here we go. Close. Okay, so if I'm going to go to my event and I'm going to go to invite, I'll show you something. I'm hosting
Ba-boom.
Coach Blitz. Okay, so let's say I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go to invite. All right, and I'm going to say choose friends. And then see how it says right here? This is where it's at. I couldn't find it on the other thing. So Shakeology Challenge, but I have already added these people. So that's why it's gray. But what you can do is it says, see how it says select all?
Mm-hmm.
I've already invited these people to the Shakeology Challenge before. And I have another one. All you got to do is select all, and then they go into that list. And you can send the invites. Now, also here, look, it says more. You can click for, there it is. See, fellow coaches, get to know. These are where my things are. I don't know why it didn't show up on my other thing. I got to find out why. So get to know. These are the people that I want to get to know.
Mm-hmm.
See, I have categories for all these people. Interested in Shakeology, my coaches, potential coaches, and then I can select all, see that, and then send them invites to it.
Oh, and you just sent it to them right now.
Yeah, I'm still learning, but I don't know why it didn't show the interest on the thing. I don't know why it didn't do that because I made more groups. But did you see that? Like it wasn't under my interest.
Yeah.
So just go under interest, and that's how you add the specific list that you want. And then that way when you go into invite, you can invite, from that exact list.
Right.
So it's really nice and helpful. Because I don't know about you, I had my daughter one time, and she added all those people for me because I didn't want to sit there and do it all night. I'm like, just keep clicking on people.
Assistant. Your little
Okay.
virtual assistant.
She goes, Mom, all these people are your friends. I'm like, yeah, kind of. They're acquaintances, I guess. But
Okay.
so, any more questions? Are you guys excited to join?
Yeah, so can you add us to yours so we can see how it goes the first time before we make fools out of ourselves and run our own? I will. I'll be like,
We're
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
fine. We're gonna be just fine. You guys.
Yeah, and another thing, if you guys want me to join yours too, because I know what we can do is,
Maybe do a practice one.
well, that's what we'll do tomorrow. That's the practice one.
Okay. See, I don't even know what tomorrow is.
That's Julia's serious one, but that's our practice one.
Yeah. And then what happens is when you guys do one, I think what we should do is in our Fitness Heroines page is say, hey guys, I'm doing a Coach Blitz. Would you guys like to come on at 9:00 on Friday? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then whoever can make it, make it.
I just thought of something. Have you ever thought about doing since we now have Facebook Live, doing Facebook Live Coach Blitz and have the comments show up there and have somebody post one of us post every hour and go on and do it to just like your document, but take one out of each thing. It might be an idea to get, because I love live and how you see.
Yeah, I think as we get more, like we're
After
getting our feet wet now, we're starting to kind of, I think once we figure this out and see what it's like, I know with this, I've done Pampered Chef shows. I've done that. I've done It Works. And when I did this, it was nothing like this at all.
Yeah.
So they were pretty boring.
Wait, you doing It Works?
Yeah, I did that. I sold that stuff. Can you believe I did that?
Those are the plastic wraps.
Plastic wrap. Yeah.
Oh, I
buddy.
hate my-
Water weight.
I have a friend that just signed up to start doing that, and she messaged me. I was like, no, why?
I had a gal today. She, I actually added her as a friend. And I didn't know she did It Works, and she goes, "Yeah, I do It Works," because I was, forming her, and she said, "I do It Works," and I'm like, "Oh!" And then she goes, well, what? I go, I did that once. And she goes, well, why did you quit? I said, well, I'm going for the, the long term. And
Yeah,
that's
somebody was just going on about it in my nail salon. I'm sorry, I couldn't be quiet anymore. She was like, oh, I've had such good results about the wrap. And finally my grandfather looked at me. She goes, my daughter's a Beachbody coach and she got hard work from actual exercise. You should try it. I was shocked. I almost fell over. I was like, well, that's the end of that there. Enjoy your wraps. He has no filter, so.
Yeah, when they get older, they do that, don't they?
Yeah, there's no control.
It's like your
that story there.
Yeah. So yeah.
But
So I'm just adding away, guys. I'm sending out invites like crazy, and
I'm
there
kind of thinking
in that post right there, it says, you can add people, and it gives you like a little template based on what you've said to them. And it's I like the part where she says, and I'll love you anyway if you don't join. Something like that.
Down to earth. I love her. The Blitz, is it kind of somewhat like maybe the 5-day sneak peek, but quicker, faster, like anyone?
It was nothing like I don't like the 5-day sneak week either. You know why? Because
I don't like that either.
For like 2 days, people are on fire, and then the third day, people are just dropping off, and you're like, where'd they go? So what I like about the Blitz is you've got these people for 1 hour, and I did not see any slow-mo at all. It was boom, 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 the whole hour. I'm serious. I think this is really going to be a big change in our businesses. No joke.
Let's do it. Let's do it up. I'll post up that Google Doc link so you guys can all see it, right? Digest.
I have Candace's. She just sent it to me tonight. So if you guys want that one too. But Jonathan's is right on to it. I just copied and pasted everything.
Yeah, I pretty much left everything the way it was except for some of the videos. Like 2 videos. That's all I changed.
I know. Me and Jonathan were both doing the videos.
I don't want to change this video. It's too much work. Let's just use it.
I almost did a bloopers video because it was so bad. I was like, hey, welcome to the Coach Blitz. And then I kept messing up.
That's what it takes.
It was awful.
I'm excited. I don't know about you. I'm excited about this. And yeah,
all my coaches. I'm telling all my coaches, they're all adding their people too. So get your coaches involved. Add away so they can kind of get a feel of it. And I'll keep it open for she kept it open for like 2 days or so. I think maybe a little bit longer. And what I'll do is I'll keep it up so that you guys can keep it. And then, if you want to change a video, change a video. And then definitely make it your own if you're going to host it.
Yeah, I would say definitely do that. If you're going to host it, definitely change at least the intro.
Yeah. And only do a 3-minute video, right, Jonathan?
Yeah, because it's 5 minutes each.
30 minutes.
3 minutes. 3 minutes, yeah.
He's like, Julia, did you know that video was like 6 minutes long? I'm like, oh, man.
It was 8.
Was it 8? Maybe that was the second one. I was just like, really? No, I worked so hard for just 8 minutes.
It was still good content, It's just it's not gonna be boom, boom, boom. It's gonna be boom, 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 boom.
I know, right? I was like, oh, if we're gonna do it every 5 minutes, we probably should keep it to 5 minutes at least. That was funny.
Good
That's
stuff.
what kids.
Okay.
Try some more on this call because it's Coach. I think it's going to be a big thing, but maybe they'll watch the replay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one, though. I'm so pumped.
Any questions or ideas that are flowing through your mind? Jennifer, did we answer that question of like who you're going to ask? Or did you? Okay.
So when you send an invite, that's where they say go, maybe, can't go. So like nobody's going that doesn't want to go, right?
Yes, and what I do is I don't add them until I message them just to confirm it because I want to make sure that they're, and then I always send, what I did with our first one, I always sent them, I didn't do an event the first time, but that's what I would do if they're going, whatever, I would just call or just message them and confirm it. I've been doing voice, and it's been really nice. They're really liking that a lot, the voice messages on there. And I'm like, hey, thank you so much for, commenting on my post or liking my page. whatever it is. And they're like, oh, thanks. That really made my day. And I'm like, oh. So we can send them a voice message too and say, hey, I'm so excited for you to you want to join this new challenge with us, this Coach Blitz. And then I would just send them the link. That way they can, just direct it over. Because some people don't know that they get added over there on that left-hand side of their screen. So I always send them a link so that all they got to do is look into it and then send it. And then they got to click it and then they're there.
I like that voice message idea.
Caleb Thomas does that.
My favorite.
Caleb, Candace, and I was like, wait a second. You know what? It was put in the invite training to say, hey, thank you, or like show appreciation through a message. Why not say it with voice? I'm like, oh, okay.
I get tired of typing all day, and it's just easier sometimes just to.
Well, it's just so different when you got
your voice. I mean,
they hear the excitement, yeah, and it's a different thing versus being on the computer. True. Kyle, what are you thinking, man? You're like,
I know he's just so.
Kyle.
No, the only question I had was, you said that you don't send the invites out until the day before the Blitz.
Yeah, because you want to keep the excitement going. I basically spent today, throughout homeschooling and everything, just sending out the same, and I did copy and paste it, but a lot of them though, I did the little voice thing. And I'm like, hey, Bobby, I saw that she's getting certified for ISSA, and I just related to her based on that. So I stalk them first, find out what they like,
Great.
And then I'm like, hey, I really liked whatever, and then I'm like, hey, would you like to join our Coach Blitz tomorrow night? And mostly people will just do it out of respect, just to be nice because
they don't want to say
something nice about their kids or something. Like it's just really cool to like show them that you really care and you really love them, So
that's something that Caleb Thomas does too. I remember watching a video. I don't know if you said that. I was distracted earlier. I don't know if that's where you got that from. But
I got that from Lindsay Matway. Mm-hmm. Lindsay Matway sent me a voicemail.
She did that to me too once. I was shocked. Yeah, when I messaged her about,
And she was telling me some pretty important, like pretty sentimental things that we were talking about in our past. And I actually was crying when I was listening to it. And she's just amazing to me. So when she did that, I was like, if I cried, and I cry, but I cried and she got my heartstrings, and I was like, dude, if she can get my heartstrings on a stupid voicemail, could you imagine if I did that to other people? And that's what I want to do. I don't want people, and I told them in my intro video, guys, you're going to see it. I am not here for your money. I don't want it. I'm only here because Shakeology helped my daughter and it saved her life, and I want to share it with everyone. Because if it helped her, I can only imagine, look, I'm breaking out in hives. I can only imagine how much it's going to help them.
And we each got our own story. Jennifer and her sugar levels.
Yeah.
And your success story. Every coach says it, and that's why I changed the banner today. Is that you gotta share your story, or else you might be sharing the same story every single day, but every new person you add, they've never seen your story before. So go for it.
And Jonathan, ever since I told that to my team, they've been completely different. I told them, you guys, because I put it on my banner, and it says share your story every single day. And it's different. It's a different kind of thinking versus selling. When you got coaches, they're like, oh my gosh, I got to sell this Shakeology. Well, that's not what I want them to think. I want them to think about, they've got to be proof the product works, right? So just share your story. And if you don't share it, then people aren't going to know. And people are watching us. Some lady just sent me a message about my husband's bald head. I mean, I get the craziest freaking messages, man. I'm glad you like my husband's bald head. I like it too, but I mean, people are watching whether they're, and I put that in my Getting Started Right webinar, is I have a little owl peeking through, because if people are not commenting or posting or liking your posts, I had another gal, she heard my song on the radio and she's like, oh my gosh, Julie, I love your song. I couldn't believe it's on the radio. I knew every word, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, that's great. And she says, I've been watching your posts and you never believe this. I was a coach like 3 years ago and I want to be on your team. And I'm like, what? So she's been watching me for, I don't know how long this lady's been my friend, but we connected with my music, and then he or she wants that energy that I've got. So you guys are watching.
Yeah.
Watching you.
Whether you're a music singer or a teacher or a corporate America person, ADD.
That's crazy because when I was on Periscope and it wasn't even intentional, I had my Shakeology bottle just sitting there and I didn't even think about it. And the girl said, "What's Shakeology? I mean, do you drink that every day?" And I wasn't even doing a scope about it or I was anything. And I was like, "Yeah, can you message me when I'm done with the scope and I'll talk to you about it?" So I had 2 messages going on about it. But it's when it's not intentional. She's like, "The cup looks interesting." She kept going on about the cup, and I was trying to get her to shut up about the cup because I was going on. I didn't want other people thinking I was selling. I'm not trying to like do that on there, but she did message me and she's like, "Can you tell me more about the shakes?" And I got her number. But it's crazy because I didn't have the cup sitting there on purpose. It's just I use the cup every day. It's so nuts how it works.
People watching. People watching, guys.
Like, if we can do this for an hour on coaching, then couldn't we do it for like 30 minutes on Shakeology and the benefits of drinking Shakeology?
Oh, that's scary. She scared me.
Yeah, I
That's a good
was
idea.
thinking. I think that
There's
would be
a spider on me. I'm sorry.
I know. I was going to ask if you were okay, Noelle.
do one on Shakeology. I think that's a really good
That's
idea.
a good idea. That's a really good idea. We have different testimonials.
Right. Well, and there's so many videos out there, but for sugar, for high blood pressure, for exercise, for meal replace, I mean, there's so many things you could post in that 5 minutes about different things that Shakeology does.
Yep.
Shakeology shakedown. I don't know what do you want to call it. Shakeology sizzle.
I don't know if you could do an hour, and an hour is kind of a long time to get somebody who you're just trying, to get shakes, but like 30 minutes, I think would be good to dedicate to that.
I tell you what, I hate coffee, and for me to like cafe latte, I can't stand the smell of coffee. And for me to love cafe latte is like huge. I am in love with that cafe latte. Like it makes me want to run to Starbucks, and I've never been to Starbucks. So
We should do that, Jennifer. Why don't you start doing a template?
I know, right?
No, that idea is actually really good.
Really good. I've got some ideas too that I could maybe all of us for a half hour. So how many every 5 minutes? What is that, Jonathan? Six posts?
6 posts.
So 6 posts. Let's divide it out. Jennifer, you do one. Kyle and Melissa, if they want to do one. Noelle, if you want to do one. And Jonathan and Danielle, if you guys all want to do one, we can do individual ones. But we do got to make sure that just bring it to the table and see what.
Yeah, make it template. If you're gonna make a video less than 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, John, just give it to Jonathan. He'll totally make sure it's all.
But that is a great idea. Oh my gosh.
Or maybe do one video, or do one video with different, or all of our stories, different stories or something, like little short snippets.
Well, I like the one, with Tony Horton putting all his cheesy cheese puffs. Well, those will not go down.
That's
my favorite.
Okay. Good.
Eating all that product.
I have never seen any other team do that, so that'd be pretty cool. We can do.
Yay!
Yeah, we got 1 minute left.
Okay, let's do a screenshot.
Screenshot.
Yeah, they're killing bugs over there.
While they're doing, all right.
Austin, I don't know where it went.
Go. Screenshot. There we go. Summit. Blue track C is what we're going for. We can split it up, but that's what I think me and you are going to shoot for. We're going to give Blue track C.
Oh, when is that? Is that already happened?
April 18th.
Oh.
And we're going to give Joel and Jericho a shot, 2 p.m. on Thursday. Yeah, let's just.
And then Kyle's gonna be singing karaoke.
Yes.
Yeah, and dinner.
Wait, huh?
You said Thursday the workout, then dinner, and then.
Yeah, Thursday workout, then dinner, then the grand session thing.
Okay.
And then
Wear a shirt.